Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a bit of a story time for you guys, and obviously you've seen the thumbnail and the title, so you know exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. And that is my first experience and the reasons and the meaning behind why I got my first tattoo, which is this crescent moon on my wrist. Now firstly I'm just going to talk about a bit of a backstory as to why I got it and where I got it, and like all those reasons why I decided to get a moon permanently inked onto my wrist. And it wasn't actually a very planned out thing. Not to say that it was like a stupid spontaneous like drunk decision or something, because that is not me at all. I definitely made sure before I got it done that this was 100% what I wanted. But yes, so the story goes back to summer last year, so summer 2016, and I'd actually just been to the first day of summer in the city, which if you didn't know is a yearly YouTuber convention which is held in Excel. And I went with my best friend Lucy, who I went with the year before, and we were actually on our way back from the first day of the event. We were on the train home. I can't even remember how we even got onto the topic of like tattoos and stuff, but she just randomly came up with the idea of like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we got like matching tattoos, you know, because we're best friends, we've been best friends for like 8 years, and you know, this could be something really cool just to sort of symbolize our friendship and our like meaning for each other. So then I remember we were like going through Google and like trying to find like different ideas of sort of like things that like friends could get tattooed of that would symbolize their friendship to each other. And then somehow we got onto like sun and moon. I think she came up with the idea actually, and then we looked at a few different kinds of sun and moon designs on Google, and yeah, we just kind of like settled for the idea, and then we were just like, yeah, let's actually get this done. And a part of me inside was like, I wasn't really, at first I wasn't really like, do I really want this? But then I don't know, I was just like, yeah, this is a really nice idea. Like obviously my best friend Lucy, she went with the sun, and then I obviously went with the moon because she knows how much I love moons. Yeah, like besides getting it for like our friendship, I really love like moons. I love Sailor Moon, I love all that kind of stuff, so it had more meaning than just for that. I just decided that it would be a really nice idea, and I didn't actually tell my parents beforehand. They still don't actually know to this day that I have it, so if they ever come across this video, then yeah, that's gonna be kind of awkward. It's not like I was ever trying to hide it from them, and they're not the kind of parents to treat me any differently or think it was bad thing of me to do, as they do know, and I am a very sensible person. I'm not one to make stupid decisions like that. And you know, what is a tiny tattoo going to do to anybody anyway? It's not like I got a full sleeve, so you know, this is very small, and honestly most of the time I forget it's even there, and most people don't even see it. Once we decided that that was what we wanted to get done, she actually found a place locally to where we live, which of course I'm not going to say because then you're going to come and stalk me. But yeah, then she went in there and she inquired about prices and things like that. So yeah, then she put down a deposit, we did, and then I think we had it booked for about a month after we decided. So I think we decided in like, I think it was like June or July, and then we got it done like a few weeks afterwards. So it happened pretty fast. Like obviously I didn't want to change my mind about it, and I was very scared and anxious about what it was going to be like, but I wanted to do this as I thought it would be a very cool life experience to have under my belt, as you could say. Just before we went in to have it done, we like discussed between us like the kind of like sun and moon designs, and then on the actual day we went into the tattoo parlor, and then we showed our tattooist the like kind of sun and moon designs that we were thinking of, and he obviously recommended the best ones that he thought would be like the best kind of ones to tattoo on us. And then he like asked us about like how thick we wanted the lines and all that kind of stuff to be, and like whereabouts we wanted it on our wrists. And yeah, we both got it done on, I think, the same wrists. And yeah, I kind of prefer it being on this one just for some reason. Like it just feels more right being on this wrist, even though I am right-handed. Then we obviously signed the consent forms to say that we are over 18, and obviously we consent to having this done, and it is obviously up to us to take care of it. And if it then gets like horribly infected or scabby or bleeds or anything like that, then it is obviously our faults. So yes, after we signed the consent forms, it was time to get it done. And I have to say, I was very, very scared, because obviously until you actually have it done, you have no idea what it's like. Like I watched a few videos on YouTube of other people talking about their experiences with what it was like, and you know, like aftercare. I made sure I'd done some research beforehand about how to take care of it and things like this, but obviously I knew that I wouldn't be able to fully know what it's going to be like until I got it done, just because everybody has different pain thresholds and everything like that. And it obviously depends, you know, where you're getting it done, because more areas are a lot more sensitive to different kinds of pain. And I knew that this area was probably going to be quite sensitive just because there's not a lot of like skin there, so I was trying to prepare myself for a fair bit of pain, not like horrendous pain, but like quite a bit of pain. And yeah, for some reason I decided to have it done first. I think it was just because I wanted to get it like over and done with, and I do have some pictures that my friend took of me when I was getting it done, so I will put these up here. But yes, I decided to get it done first, and then I remember he sort of like shaved back my arm like of any tiny hairs that could be there. He then like cleaned it all thoroughly with like an alcohol wipe and made sure it was all sterile. Then I remember he sort of sketched out the design obviously on my wrist, and yeah, then it was time to get it actually done. And oh my god, I cannot tell you how anxious and scared I was. I think I worked myself up a bit too much, and I think I was like very, very stiff. I was just like, I think, yeah, just because I didn't know what it's going to be like, and I'm not the best person with pain, so I just I was just so nervous. All in all, the design only took about, I think, a quarter of an hour tops to do, because you know it is very, very small. And I have to say, on a scale of 1 to 10, the pain was probably about, I say, a 6 or a 7, and that may seem quite extreme, but maybe again I have a low pain threshold. But there were definitely more areas that like hurt more, which kind of surprised me a bit. Like especially when it was like going in the curve, I would like feel that more, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's like painful. But I tried best to keep it together and not to like show it on my face. And I'm very used to things like blood tests and stuff like that, so like I am quite good with just like being still and just sort of like managing the pain and not like letting it overtake me as such, which is what I thought I did. You'll see in a second why it all went a bit wrong. And then yeah, obviously he finished the design, and then he obviously covered it in like a protective taping stuff and everything, and told me a bit about aftercare, which I will also get into in a minute. And then it was obviously my best friend's turn, and as soon as it was done I was like, yep, I'm fine. Like I was like trying to keep myself calm, be like, yep, it's all done now, like it's all done, you know, I'm okay, it was fine, like I didn't die, it wasn't that bad. And I think it was a mixture of me probably sitting up a bit fast and like just sort of like dismissing the fact that I needed to probably like lay down for a second for my body just to sort of calm down, and also a mixture of the anxiousness and all that kind of stuff. I remember when my best friend had was like just getting in the chair to have hers done, I started to feel very, very nauseous, and I was like, oh crap, like oh no. And I'm one of those people who is so scared of like throwing up and being sick, or even like the sight of like vomit. Like I think I have an actual fear of it. It makes like, even now I'm just like, oh no, I hate the thought of it. And I was trying my best to keep myself calm and like take deep breaths and be like, it's okay. And then I was having some water, and then like I think I went and sat back in the chair just so I could like lie down for a minute, because I started to get quite like dizzy and stuff, and I was like, why is this happening? This thing was tiny, like it's not like I had a full sleeve or something. And then it happened, and I remember the tattoo guy was just like holding a paper bowl, and I was just like throwing up. It was all it was a bit of a blur, and I was just like, oh my god, this is really happening. And I remember where the like seat was located, and the door was sort of like partially open, and there were like 2 other sort of customers outside, and I was just like, no, this is so awkward, like please shut the door. Like, oh, I felt so stupid, because I know that there are like other people out there, you know, having like a lot larger repeats done, and they can like take it fine, and then there's me with this tiny thing, like just like throwing up. Like, obviously after I was sick I did feel a lot better, so I got it out of my system. But yeah, I think I just worked myself up a bit too much, which is not surprising because obviously I do have anxiety. Yeah, it kind of tainted the experience a bit, and I have to say, if I ever do get anything else done, I will definitely be not scared, but I'm definitely going to have that experience in the back of my mind, and you know, pray that that doesn't happen again. Obviously after that I think I went to the bathroom and I felt okay, and I just sat down and then obviously watched my best friend while she got hers done. And then yeah, we paid. The tattooist spoke to us a bit about aftercare, and what I personally used for aftercare was the nappy brush cream beginning with B. Can't remember the name of. And once I'd taken the band, like the plastic cling film wrap off, I very gently washed it with like fragrance-free soap, and then I think it was up to about 2 weeks afterwards I continued just to put the cream on a few times a day, because I think you have to make sure it's always like shiny, and I would sort of like gently cleanse it every morning and night. I made sure that it was covered and it wasn't exposed to the sun, as of course it was summer, so that is very important not to let it get overly exposed to the sun. And also when I was in the shower I just made sure that the water wasn't like beating down on it, because that would be a bit much for it. But obviously this was very small, so this was pretty easy to take care of, and it healed up absolutely fine and I had no problems whatsoever. So the place I went to was very good, but obviously me myself obviously wasn't prepared enough for it. But obviously if I do get another one in the future I will come more prepared with like things to help me mentally stay calmed and relaxed. Some guys have just decided to start doing some building work, so sorry about that. This place is very noisy, and I also seem to have a very bad lighting today as it is like super gloomy, so also apologies for that. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Whenever I want to film, like, shut up please. That was my first experience on getting a tattoo, and of course if you do want to get a tattoo yourself, I'm not an expert. Like, always go to a professional tattooist to get any questions that you want answered. Make sure that you know what you want and everything, and that you're 100% up for this, as it is obviously going to be on your body permanently. If you do have like any general questions, then you know, leave them in the comments and I'll see if I can answer them. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to give it a like and to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys.